Hello everyone. In today's video, let us learn about Ames test. Ames test is a biological test which is performed to see whether a given chemical compound is mutagenic in nature or not. What is mutagenic then? Any chemical compound which will alter the gene or which causes change in the gene. Such chemical compounds are mutagenic in nature, or they are also called as mutagens. Now certain chemicals are known to cause mutations, therefore leading to cancer. So such type of mutagenic agents which are going to lead to cancer, so they are called as carcinogens. But not necessary that all the mutagens are carcinogenic in nature. There are certain mutagens which might lead to cancer and they are called as carcinogenic mutagens. Ames test is a very cost effective test because if we have to do this mutagenicity test, then using an animal, it will cost very high and the process is very laborious and tedious. Whereas in Ames test, since we are using microorganism, the procedure is not very laborious. It is a very easy procedure and also it is very cost effective. Therefore, Ames test is the best method for knowing the chemical compound is mutagenic or not. So, any chemical compound which leads to mutation or which causes mutation is known as a mutagens. So, to understand this Ames test thoroughly, let us see a scenario wherein we are going to take a chemical compound and we are going to test for mutagenicity. We are going to check whether this chemical compound is mutagenic or not. So, when we do this, when we take the chemical compound and when we test it for mutagenicity, it is possible that it might give us result that it is not mutagenic. But if we take the same chemical and we process it in the liver, then we check for its mutagenicity, then it is possible that the chemical compound might turn mutagenic once it is processed in the liver and then checked for its mutagenicity. So this you have to remember so that you will understand the Ames test better when we are seeing the procedure. So to know Ames test, we also should know certain terms, that is prototrophs, auxotrophs and revertants. So prototrophs are wild type organisms. Now what is this wild type prototroph? Certain organisms will require some particular amino acid or any other chemical compound for their growth. Here we are going to take amino acid as an example. Certain organism will require a particular amino acid for their growth. So they are going to carry the genes which will synthesize this particular amino acid. So therefore they carry the genes for this synthesis of a particular amino acid. So they produce this amino acid and they will utilize it for their growth and they grow very happily. Now auxotrophs. Auxotrophs are organisms which require a particular amino acid for their growth. They also carry the genes responsible for producing this amino acid. But this gene will be mutated. Because this gene is mutated, they will not be able to produce the amino acid. So, such organisms are called as auxotrophs. So, for such organisms, we have to produce the amino acid externally in the media. That is about auxotrophs. Auxotrophs are usually mutants because the gene that is responsible for that particular amino acid will be mutated. Therefore, they cannot produce that amino acid. Hence, they cannot grow. If they have to grow, then we have to give the amino acid externally in the media. Next, we will move on to revertants. Revertants are organisms which are mutated auxotrophs. So, in auxotrophs, the gene is mutated, so they cannot produce the amino acid. But the same gene, if it again gets mutated, it will revert back to produce the amino acid. So, such type of organisms are called as revertants. Let us see the requirements for Ames test. First thing that we need is an organism, that is Salmonella typhimurium. Here Salmonella typhimurium is an histidine auxotroph. So what is histidine auxotroph? Salmonella typhimurium requires histidine for their growth. They carry the gene for histidine, but this histidine gene is mutated, so therefore they cannot produce histidine. We need liver extract. As I told you earlier, certain chemical compounds, when it is directly tested, it will give result as it is not mutagenic. But once it is processed in the mammalian liver, it will become mutagenic. So therefore in the Ames test, it is very important to use liver extract, mammalian liver extract, to know whether the chemical compound is mutagenic or not. We need the chemical compound to be tested. That will be our test. The chemical compound that has to be tested is going to act as our mutagen here. We also require minimal media for growing the organisms. So let us move into the procedure. Here we are going to take the organism in a rat liver extract. So we are going to grow the organism in the media. To this media, organism is there in this media. To this media we are going to add rat liver extract, mammalian liver extract. As I told you, it is very important because once it is processed in the liver, it can turn to mutagenic. So therefore liver extract has to be added. So here we are going to perform the test, as well as we are going to use the control plate. So for the test, this is the procedure. So we are going to take the organism which is there in the liver extract. To this organism we are going to add the chemical compound. We are going to check whether this chemical compound is mutagenic in nature or not. So we are going to add that chemical compound. So when we inoculate that chemical compound into the media with minimal histidine. So what is this minimal histidine? In this media there are trace amount of histidines, that is very small amount of histidine. Why we are using very small amount of histidine? It is because if the organism has to show whether it is mutagenic or not, it has to grow. If it has to grow, it has to start the replication. So for initial replication process, for initial growth, we have to add small amount of histidines. We have to allow it to grow initially. So therefore small amount of histidine will be added. So in this we have taken the organism in the liver extract and we have added the chemical compound which we have to test for the mutagenicity. We are going to inoculate this into the media with minimal amount of histidine. So initially what will happen? The organism will start growing by utilizing the histidine present in the media. But since the histidine amount is very small, it will utilize all the histidine initially and the histidine will be depleted in the media later on. So therefore the organism cannot grow. But if the chemical compound is mutagenic, what happens? It will mutate the histidine gene. Already histidine auxotroph we have taken. It cannot produce histidine. Gene is there, but the gene is mutated, so therefore it cannot produce histidine. Now if this chemical compound is mutagen, then it will revert this gene. It is going to mutate the gene again, so therefore it is going to revert the gene to produce histidine. So if the organism is mutated now during the Ames test, if the gene is mutated, then it is possible that the organism will produce histidine and it can grow on the media which do not have histidine. So when a mutagen, when the chemical compound is a mutagen, then a high number of colonies, revertants can be seen. The visible growth of the organism is seen on the media. So these are called as revertants because initially it was mutated. Again the chemical compound that we have used has reverted that gene. So it has mutated the gene to revert back to produce the histidine. So therefore it is producing histidine and growing lavishly on the media. So therefore we can see the colonies growing on the media. So high number of revertants will be observed if the chemical compound is mutagen. Whereas in the control plate, we have not added, we have inoculated the organism, but we have not added the chemical compound, the mutagen we have not added. So what happens, since it will start growing initially, but visible growth will not be seen. Whereas there are chances that it can produce certain random mutagenesis. Because of some environmental changes, random mutagenesis can occur, and therefore one or two colonies will grow. So they are called as natural revertants. So naturally they get revertant. Without a chemical, it gets reverted naturally. So such type of revertants are called as natural revertants, but only one or two colonies will be observed. So if you have to tell if that particular chemical compound is a mutagen, then high number of colonies, very long number of very numerous colonies will be seen. So if numerous colonies are seen, then it is said to be, the chemical compound is said to be a mutagen. If one or two colonies is seen, then that is because of random mutagenesis and not because of the chemical compound. That is about Ames test. So let us see certain conclusion here. So if we are using liver extract and the chemical compound, the mutagen, then we are going to observe large number of colonies growing on the media. You can see here liver extract is there, as well as the possible mutagen is there, because of which high number of revertants are seen on the media. Numerous colonies are seen on the media. So if numerous colonies are seen, that means it could be carcinogenic as well, because carcinogen, cancer means the cells are going to divide randomly. There is no limit for cell division. So therefore high number of colonies will be seen, large growth will be seen. So it could cause cancer as well. That is what will be concluded if both liver extract and the mutagen is there. Say if there is liver extract and there is no mutagen, then here if you see, this is the scenario, the control plate. So if there is liver extract and there is no mutagen, then one or two colonies will be observed, which is because of random mutagenesis and not because of the chemical mutagen. If we do not add liver extract, then what happens is what we are going to see here. If we do not add liver extract, the chemical compound itself, it is a mutagen, then it will cause mutation. Sometimes liver extract, if we do not add, then even if it is a mutagenic chemical, since it is not processed in the liver, it will show non-mutagenicity. So therefore it could be non-mutagenic. It will give result as non-mutagenic. And also since it has not reverted the chemical, it has not reverted the organism, it will not produce colonies. So therefore it might not be carcinogenic. Or if it is a mutagenic, even without liver processing, and even if it is producing large number of organisms, then it could be carcinogenic. So whenever we are performing liver Ames test, we should always add liver extract. Liver extract will give us the good result. If we do not add liver extract, it will give us false positive results. Like other tests, Ames test will also have certain limitations. So the limitation is, it is possible that sometimes it gives false negative results, that is, or false positive results. Even if the chemical is not mutagenic, sometimes, say for example in control, we have seen that some colonies are growing, which is a false positive result. That is because of random mutagenesis. So in certain cases the colony number might increase, which might give us false positive results. So that is one of the limitations that is seen in Ames test. That is all about Ames test. Thank you all. If you have any doubts, you can come back to me. Thank you.